Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about tarot decks and like how to choose them, all about the history, cleansing the decks. It's all about that. And of course I have my notes here because I can't memorize everything. Okay, what am I literally spent all day taking notes and learning about tarot. So little is actually known about the real history of tarot. The major arcana came from Egypt, while the minor arcana came from either France or Italy, from a game called Tarocchi. I really found that interesting. So, how did it get to Europe? It was believed that gypsies spread tarot to Europe, and so in the early days there was a lot of persecution, as you may know from like history and stuff, and it took place over ancient knowledge, but it was passed down in secret anyway. And during the Renaissance, it started to gain more popularity. So now I'm going to be talking about the major arcana, but they represent universal mysteries, and the cards are more complicated than the minor arcana. The minor arcana has 4 suites. The cups, which represent water and emotion, the wands, which represent fire, expansion, the swords, communication, and the pentacles, finance. The suites in medieval times are actually the social classes, what they represent. Nowadays, it now includes like profession. So how do you choose a deck? So you have to decipher whether you're a more visual person and you need a more visual deck, or you'll be fine with a less visual deck and you'll trust your intuition more. Because tarot is all about trusting the intuition and really trusting your gut. But you have to choose a deck by what you feel drawn to. So, clearing the energy. Let me just show you with, and I know that there's no tarot over here, but this is basically the same thing. So I have a deck of cards. This is a vintage wisdom oracle. And I'm just going to show you how to cleanse it, because it's easier to actually show you. To cleanse it, you basically imagine that you're sweeping all the energy off the deck, and also imagine white light going through the center of the cards. So it's cleansing the deck. And also I want to add in there, once you choose the deck, you have to bond with the deck, which is basically looking at the pictures. What do you feel? Like this picture. What do you feel in this picture? What emotions arise? Well, the numbers as far as tarot is: 1 represents new beginnings, 2 represents union, 3 represents self-expression, 4 represents stabilizing, 5 represents challenges, 7 represents innermost feelings, 8 represents abundance, 9 represents compassion, 10 represents endings and new beginnings. So the colors are: red represents passion and courage, orange represents confidence, yellow represents creativity, green represents healing and growth, light blue represents sensitivity, royal blue represents independence, white represents wholeness, black represents protection, Pink represents love and friendship, and brown represents grounding. So a 5-pointed star represents protection, the moon represents intuition, the sun represents happiness and clarity, the dove represents peace and promise, rose represents love, tree represents knowledge, brook represents knowledge, ocean represents emotions, butterfly represents transformation, rainbow represents hope, and crane represents wisdom. So that's it for today's video, and comment down below if you have any questions.